Northeast Ohio hospitals will get the new COVID vaccine next week. But what about the others?
We do not have a specific day. We are certainly watching it very closely.
Andrew Horansky speaks with the head of the UH Cleveland Medical Center on what's next. Vaccine side effects, what we're learning from the COVID vaccinations already happening in Britain that has some concern. Safety and style, how a pandemic necessity became a business for a local group of women. And music trailblazer.
Or give up on the rain.
Remembering country music legend Charlie Pride.
From the WKYC studios, this is What's Next.
I know the meticulousness of the review that the FDA has done. I will absolutely take this COVID-19 vaccine, pending availability and distribution, because I have complete trust and confidence in the FDA's career staff's evaluation.
FDA Commissioner Stephen Hahn assuring the public tonight that the COVID-19 vaccine is on the way and it is safe. The first batches of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine are expected to reach many states starting Monday. Good evening. Thanks so much for being here with us. I'm Lena Lai. However, there are still questions tonight over what the vaccination effort will look like here in Northeast Ohio. Andrew Horansky is at University Hospitals to explain.
We know the vaccine is on the way, but as far as where, when, and exactly how much, in some cases, that's up in the air. Under the governor's orders, these are the first 10 hospitals in Ohio to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. Closest to home, they include the Cleveland Clinic, Metro, and Altman Hospital in Stark County. The Cleveland VA Medical Center will be getting it too, while others, including UH, which played a big role in the Pfizer trials, will soon follow, though many of the specifics still aren't clear.
We still don't know exactly when we will receive our first dose, and we don't know exactly how much we will get.
Dr. Robin Strosaker is the chief operating officer of the system's Cleveland campus and says when they do get the drug, priority will go first to caregivers based on risk.
And so if you think about employees who may be at risk, I mean, sometimes it isn't a COVID unit, but sometimes it's in a unit like the emergency department or labor and delivery or our front entrance screeners who are just exposed to lots and lots of people all day long.
Pfizer says shipments will leave Sunday from a manufacturing plant in Michigan and go directly to FedEx and UPS distribution centers. The clinic confirms their first shipment will include less than 1,000 doses, but go up over time. The chief operation officer for Operation Warp Speed calling it, quote, a monumental week.
We expect 145 sites across all the states to receive vaccine on Monday, another 425 sites on Tuesday, and the final 66 sites on Wednesday. I have 100% confidence that we will get the vaccines to the American people and that it will be safe and it will be secure when it arrives.
All of it coming as the crisis deepens in the U.S. The nation has now topped 16 million COVID cases and will likely pass 300,000 confirmed deaths this weekend. In a recent pre-taped message on Twitter, President Trump called the vaccine a medical miracle and reminder of America's unlimited potential.
This is one of the greatest scientific accomplishments in history. It will save millions of lives and soon end the pandemic once and for all.
While the nation's biggest drugstore chains, such as CVS and Walgreens, hope to begin vaccinations within nursing homes by Christmas. Walgreens setting December 21st as a target date.
And we'll be able to administer that vaccine so that they are protected. So when the vaccine is available, we are confident that we'd be able to support vaccinations to ensure that our patients are protected.
Providing possible light at the end of a very long tunnel. A recent survey revealed that 60% of Americans plan to get vaccinated, up from 51% in September, as health experts now work around the clock to increase confidence in vaccine production. I'm Andrew Horansky, 3 News.
Thanks, Drew. And while news of a vaccine is a positive, Ohio is firmly in a winter surge of new COVID cases. 11,252 new infections reported today by the Ohio Health Department, 51 additional deaths, and 267 new hospitalizations. And in the city of Cleveland, 267 new cases today with 5 new deaths. Nationwide tonight, the U.S. has reportedly surpassed 16 million coronavirus cases. According to the latest numbers from NBC News, the U.S. reached a record number of cases and deaths from COVID today. More than 297,000 people have died from the virus. After being the first country to formally approve the use of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine and giving out the shots earlier this week, Britain is now rolling out the next phase of its vaccination program. That means doctors' offices will now administer the shots. However, health experts are warning that people who have a history of anaphylactic reactions should not get this vaccine because of several severe allergic reactions. We have sad news from the entertainment world tonight. Country music legend Charley Pride has died from complications of the coronavirus. Pride was a son of sharecroppers in Mississippi and became one of country music's biggest stars and the first black member of the Country Music Hall of Fame. Pride died earlier today in Dallas. He was 86 years old. While the stalemate continues over a COVID stimulus plan, there is new interest in a deal that was first rejected last week. Lawmakers are set to be taking a second look at a $916 billion deal that would include extended unemployment benefits and at least $600 stimulus checks to individuals. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said last week that Congress will not leave Washington for holiday break until a stimulus deal is agreed upon. New tonight, a group of local business women is helping people to stay safe and look fashionable during the pandemic. The ladies from the Cleveland Mask Company are selling masks, everything from sports masks to blinged out face coverings, starting next week at a kiosk at Cleveland Hopkins Airport. They say not only is there a need for masks, it's a real safety necessity, and they look good too.
At this point, for some people, it really is a fashion statement. It really is a fashion statement. So we're going to be wearing them for probably another year or so. We're going to make the best of it. It's not so much about being fashionable. It's about being safe.
Yes, Diane says she has sold some 20,000 masks alone in her Beechwood area boutique since the pandemic began. And the women are looking at setting up a mask kiosk at the Pittsburgh International Airport as well in the weeks ahead. Friday was the last day the major carriers say you should ship your holiday gifts to ensure that they arrive on time, unless you wait and want to get hit with higher prices. But if you're willing to take a chance, Monday is annual free shipping day. And this year, because so many people are buying online, retailers are giving shipping estimates, not guarantees.
A 5-day package could be taking 8 to 9 days to get there.
Although major carriers like UPS, FedEx, and the Post Office set their official shipping deadlines for next week, it is best to get ahead of the game now and send those gifts as soon as possible. Hey, federal workers can expect an extra day off this holiday season thanks to the White House. President Trump on Friday signed an order giving all federal workers all of Christmas Eve off, making it a federal holiday. Many private businesses and companies also follow the federal government holiday calendar as well, so many Americans might have Christmas Eve off for the first time. A show of support today for President Trump. Thousands of his supporters attended rallies in Washington, D.C. today to support his efforts to overturn the results of the presidential election. They cheered as he flew overhead in Marine One on his way to the Army-Navy football game. Doctors say President-elect Biden's broken foot is healing nicely. Biden met with his doctor today in Delaware. He broke his foot a few weeks ago while playing with his dogs. Just ahead tonight at 11, solving a mystery 50 years in the making, how code crackers may breathe new life into a famous cold case. Hi, Matt.
Hey Lena, better start bundling up because westerly winds are picking up and colder air is coming into Northeast Ohio. We pretty much got rid of the 50s. Now we're in the 40s, but in a few hours we're headed right towards some of those low 30s when that forecast is coming up.
What's Next is sponsored by Window Nation, online at windownation.com.
Developing tonight, a missing Paynesville teenager has been found dead in Nevada. The body of 15-year-old Catherine McGuire was brought into a hospital in Henderson, Nevada last week, where she was pronounced dead. She was first reported missing by Paynesville police on November 26th. McGuire was one of 2 teens believed to have run away together. The second missing teen, a 15-year-old girl, was found safe in Long Beach, California. The FBI has officially recognized an Australian mathematician and 2 other code breakers for solving a 50-year-old encrypted message written by the unnamed serial killer known as the Zodiac. Samuel Blake worked on decrypting the message with the help of a supercomputer. The message, known as the 340 cipher, was sent to the San Francisco Chronicle newspaper in 1969 by a person who called himself Zodiac.
The chances of solving this after 50 years was next to zero. And so being able to play a role in this is fantastic. I hope this decryption may lead to, better narrowing down who this person is. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
The Zodiac sent letters up until 1974, including proof he was responsible for the deaths of at least 5 people in the San Francisco Bay Area. The Zodiac killer was never captured. Up next, a special sighting of Santa today, what he was doing away from the North Pole so close to Christmas. A live look at the Saturday Night Live stage in New York City. Another live show is just a few minutes away right here after What's Next. Actor Timothée Chalamet is the host, and musical guest is Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Santa Claus took some time away from his home in the North Pole to make a very special visit in Northeast Ohio today.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah, he brought goodies and gifts to children in several North Royalton neighborhoods and also took some socially distant photos with families as well. And hey, Santa's got the right idea, all bundled up because it's going to get cold. Meteorologist Matt Standridge is back with the forecast. Okay, as long as you're not talking polar vortex, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, we don't have to use that terminology yet, but Lena, I think we found a culprit for the reason why we have some polar air coming on in. I think it's Santa. I think he brought it.
Aw, yes he did.
But at least it won't be too bad. It's nothing that we can't handle, Lena, that's for sure. We enjoyed some 50s today. I hope you enjoyed some of the sun peaks out there too. In fact, with some of the sun peaks and some of the showers, we even saw some rainbows, especially near downtown Cleveland. And now temperatures are getting a lot cooler. We have some west winds that are picking up. So no longer are we in the 50s, we're now in the 40s, and we're going to be headed into the 30s overnight. You're thinking, Matt, what's the big deal? Of course, we get cooler throughout the overnight hours, right? Well, yeah, but this time, once we bottom out in some of those 30s that are coming on in, we're going to stay there. And we're going to stay in those 30s for probably the foreseeable future. There may be one day in the 7-day forecast coming up where there may be a 40-degree day, but most of the time it's going to be spent in the 30s. So some cooler air is definitely on the way. And the clouds are also going to be starting to thicken back up. If you notice throughout the afternoon, we had some of those sun peaks. It looked kind of nice out there in between some of the downpours here and there. But those clouds are going to thicken up and also lower a little bit. And what that means is we may even have some patchy drizzle and maybe even a stray snowflake out there tomorrow morning. Jason Frazier is going to help you get out the door tomorrow morning. He'll be tracking any of those kind of lingering sprinkles out there. Right now, we're mostly dry. We had one more band of rain pushed on through, and that's now headed well into Pennsylvania. The cold front is just swinging through now with some of those westerly winds and that cooler air. It's just here on the back side. It kind of gives us a good indication of what you may expect for your Sunday. There's still reporting some patchy drizzle in Indiana, southwestern Michigan, eastern Illinois, and that's probably going to be our forecast tomorrow as well. That cool air continues to come in from the north and west. You look towards Lake Michigan, see those 20s and 30s. Those are headed towards Lake Erie over the next 24 hours. So tomorrow's forecast for your Sunday is definitely going to be a bit cooler. Watch out for a little patchy drizzle. maybe a stray snowflake, but I do think later in the afternoon we may start to break up some of those clouds and maybe even end the day with a little bit more sunshine. We'll be watching those clouds pretty closely. I want to show you what I mean here on our National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. Once again, this is 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. There could be a stray snowflake. We're not talking about really any accumulation out there, but some of those low clouds could try to spit one out or two. But later into the afternoon, we may try to break up some of those clouds, and that means a little bit more sunshine for us. The big story coming up, though, is the storm track, the jet stream. It's going to become really active in the next several days, but be just towards our south. So there are going to be several systems pushing throughout the United States, but every time it kind of just goes south of us. Here's like one loop of a storm system coming in on Monday, but it's going to impact more of southern Ohio rather than here in northeast Ohio. We may get a stray snowflake, and you're going to look here, Lena, on the 10-day Ken Gainley Kia Outlook, and honestly, the temperatures are going to stay in the 30s, and you do see some snowflakes there, but they're minimal chances. A couple snowflakes here and there, nothing that we can't handle. But guys, it is definitely going to get a lot cooler as we push forward. That's a look at your weather forecast. We'll have Nick with sports coming up next.
This sports report is sponsored by the people-pleasing people at Serra Auto Park in Akron.
Great to welcome you back. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. We open sports tonight with the Cavaliers. Remember them? It's been a while since they've played a competitive basketball game. Try March 10th. Yeah, unbelievable. They opened up the preseason tonight, though, over at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse against the Indiana Pacers. Rookie Isaac Okoro seeing his first action in the NBA. Great night for him. First quarter action. Kevin Love says, yeah, it's been a while, but I can still drain the tray ball. Why not? He's doing his thing out there early first quarter. Then right before the half, it's Cedi Osman from the corner. This put Cleveland up 49-45 at the break. Okay, let's go to the fourth quarter. We told you about Okoro. TJ McConnell's jumper for the Pacers here, no good. Game tied at 104-104, but the Cavs in transition, and yes, that's Isaac Okoro. He hits what proves to be the game winner, lays it in, and the Cavs win 107-104. Yes, it's just preseason, but I think Cavs fans should be excited about Okoro.
I feel like I've been through those big-time moments all my life, you know, just playing through AAU in high school, just preparing for those moments and just practicing for those moments. I feel like I've been through it my whole life.
Monday Night Football, Browns and Ravens, primetime matchup, loads of playoff implications. How can we not be excited for Monday night? I don't think we'll sleep until then. The Browns are looking for their 5th straight win, and both head coaches, they spoke with the media today. Ravens head coach John Harbaugh, he mentioned having to go on the road and the Browns getting to have fans at the game. Well, Coach Stefanski was asked if fans really make a difference this year with such limited capacity due to COVID-19, and Stefanski said, oh yeah, Browns fans do.
Our fans in our building have done a great job. They're compliant, they wear their mask, but they make a lot of noise. I definitely hear them. I probably hear them more than I would in a full stadium. So we really appreciate having them there. And again, they're being very smart about it, but we appreciate them being there to cheer us on.
It won't be easy for the Ravens. Yes, they have Lamar Jackson. Yes, they have plenty of weapons, but they're fully aware of the Browns' dangerous ground attack.
The Browns' run game is one of the best in the league, without question. They have excellent running backs. They have a tremendous offensive line and a good scheme. So they've been running the ball well all year.
All right, some injury updates to run through. Austin Hooper listed as questionable for Monday. The Browns tight end missed practice with a neck injury. Denzel Ward has been ruled out. All right, congratulations. We got Monday Night Football, too. Don't forget that pregame huddle starts at 7 o'clock. All right, congratulations to the Columbus Crew. They beat Seattle tonight in the MLS Cup. Jimmy and Dee Haslam, the team owners, they're pumped up. We're pumped up for them. Awesome game. Head coach Caleb Porter, too, former Akron head coach. Lena, social media was excited about that tonight, so go Crew.
Showing soccer some love. Appreciate it. Thanks, Nick, and thank you for joining us. Our brand new SNL is next. Good night.